Awesome. I'm Elise. Welcome to my tea table. Every Friday night, I like to come on and talk about the ways that we can all find ourselves onto the path towards the best life that we can have for ourselves. And so tonight, we're going to be drinking some tea, and we're going to be talking about hustle, getting things done, entrepreneurship, building shit, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be talking about that and how it relates to tea, and sharing stories. Yeah, I'd love to hear your stories of hustle, especially if they have tea involved in them. So feel free to say hello. Let me know what's going on. How's your week going? It's Friday. Of course, it's all the reason to party. All the reason to party. Here on Twitch, I've got I've got the brain. I've got the brain going. I love the brain. Yeah. Oh, hi T Sleuth. What's up? You're a lazy procrastinator? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I can't claim anything, but maybe through talking about it and getting advice from other people, you may be able to, see some other angles of how you can have better ritual and practices for being what you consider to be a lazy procrastinator, as you put it. Yeah, maybe you're not maybe that's just your perspective, or your perspective is resulting in certain outcomes. And hello, Reddit. My name is Elise. I stream to Reddit just on Friday nights. I stream 5 days a week on all the other platforms, Twitch mostly. So if you want to join us on Twitch, I've got it. Let me. I got a little handy guide here, and so you can see like. And you know what else I've realized? I need to clean this lens. Let me get that done as well. And we're gonna be listening to techno music. I like techno music. My buddy Sojourner. I know it's gonna look. You guys can see him. Sojourner. It's gonna be backwards for you guys, but Sojourner produced all this music, so he's a good techno friend of mine, and I like to share his tunes with the world. All right, let's get you all buffed up. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully it's better. But if you want the best camera view, come to that link. I always like to stream to Reddit through my phone. I don't know why. I just feel like it's more authentic. You guys get kind of a behind the scenes kind of look of what's going on. But of course, if you want to join the community, get all the fun emotes, and yeah, make some new tea friends from all over the world, come to our Twitch channel. Everybody have a good week? I had a pretty darn good week. I began the week in San Francisco for some meetings, which were all good, and then had a very productive week here in Las Vegas. I feel like I've had a very productive week. I actually accomplished a really big task, and the task didn't take as long as I thought it would take. I was kind of, and so this is what you're talking about, T-Sleuth, procrastination, right? So for me, a lot of times a source of procrastination is anxiety about the amount of time or stress that something's gonna take for me to do. In the reality, when you really do it, it's like, dang it, man, I should have done that from the beginning. It only took me 5 minutes, or only took me 10 minutes versus, you know, like I thought it was gonna like take a big chunk of my day. I would need to like reserve a big chunk of my day's anxiety and work time to get it done. So anyway, the task that I did was that I extracted all of the transcript files from a year's worth of almost daily streaming to YouTube. So I do stream to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and the reason why I stream it to YouTube is because YouTube generates subtitle files for your videos, and then you can easily download those and convert those to text files, so then you have the raw text. So it's almost like reciting a book or something, you know. And so I could do a hey, thank you for the extra airtime, love you guys very much, thank you very much, thank you. Hey Melissa, what's up? All the hugs, Melissa, it's good to see you. Yeah, we're talking about hustle. Speaking about hustle, Melissa, like that's like I'm gonna get to an article a little bit later, but like that whole kind of, hey Brendan, what's up brother Brendan, good to see you, happy Friday, TGIF. I just remember in the context where we met, Melissa, the like romanticization around hustle and like getting shit done. It was good. It was inspiring and good. I feel like I still hold on to a lot of those values, but then, as we'll see in the article, I actually didn't read the article. I found it to be kind of an intriguing clickbait type of article I thought we could share around hustle. But yeah, today we're of course talking about tea. You guys got any tea questions? I'm a little bit of a tea expert. Exactly, Melissa. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about getting it done. We're going to help each other, hold each other accountable for procrastination or other things that may be on your mind. Because yeah, they may be easy fixes. I don't know. I can't guarantee anything, but just like what I just said with the procrastination, like I procrastinated on this task and then like, boom, I do it and I'm like, I should have done it from the beginning. You like golden monkey black tea the best? My favorite tea is shaded green tea from Japan. So that would include like matcha teas. I like how thick and how umami and sweet they are, as well as the nootropic effect that you get from them, because they are high in the L-theanine. They are high in the L-theanine. Yeah, so the task that I did was I extracted all of the transcript files from all of the videos that have been posted over the past year, which there was over 200 of them. And oh my God, I'm kind of ashamed to say that. I don't know if I'm ashamed to say that, but yeah, there was over 200 videos. And I converted all of those into text files and individually did those. And then I've got a lot of data on myself now, which is kind of interesting, and it's been kind of cool to think about all things that could be done with that. The tea I'm going to drink today, especially since Tea Sleuth is here on Twitch, I am going to be drinking some Pyaulcha, which is Korean oxidized teas. So I don't know which one. I've tried 2 of them. There's one more left, and I'm going to try that one tonight. I just finished a really incredible tea session with somebody, Paryocha. Is that correct, Eric? Paryocha. I'm not really familiar with Korean teas, like, and the reason why is because, like, first, there's not a whole lot of there's not a whole lot of Korean teas just made, period, and most of them are like valued and consumed domestically in Korea, so most of them don't get out, and if they do get out, they're quite pricey. They're quite pricey, so you're not typically seeing Korean teas at shops. Although for some reason I see a lot of Korean matcha. That's probably like the most genre of a Korean tea. Balhyocha. Paryocha. Why did you put a P-A-R? But you said it sounds like a P. Palhyocha. You like Lipton? Well, if you like Lipton, wait until you meet all the other teas in the world. They're great. They're wonderful. So I run a tea business out of Las Vegas, Nevada, where I import tea from small family farms. All types of teas. I have, over 300 different teas that we have imported, and there's just so much variety, diversity. Palhyocha. Is that it? Palhyocha. Okay, so I feel like I've done this one. This one has like a really strong characteristic smell. I should have taken notes of what I've drank so far. And by the way, guys, if you want to join the community, have a better view of what's going on, join us on Twitch. We're there. It's Friday night. Every Friday night, not every night, just on Friday night. It's a little bit of a party. Okay, so I had this one last night, which was really good. It was really like earthy. I feel like this one was chocolatey, and this one's the Nol Hunky. It's like the chocolatey one. I'm guessing this is like the black tea, like the Hongcha. I can't disclose our metrics. I'm sorry about that. But I'll tell you what, this is what I'm currently working on. A project that I'm currently working on is to import the first flush spring harvest from Asia in a sailboat that will carry up to 10 tons. Yeah. The KPIs that I look at is like how many relationships I have. That's like the KPI I like to share. And not even just share. That's the KPI that I like to keep my eye on, and of course, am transparent about that, which is thousands of people all over the world. It's wonderful. This is Dai Ipcha. Dai Ipcha. Tons of tea. Yes, tons. 10 tons. Halmonicha. Halmonicha. Which one is this? Is this the oolong? Is it an oolong one? But this is one I have not had, so I'm gonna have this one. Thank you, Spider John. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, like the tea that I import compared to the tea that goes into like the Lipton product that you mentioned, the price of that tea, like the way the wholesale price is like 50 times higher. 50, like per kilo. The per kilo price is 50 times higher. So that means when you're talking about like the scale of imports, I can import a whole lot less and it has a whole lot more value because the per kilo price on the product is like 50 times higher than what goes into the Lipton product. So I don't have to move as much tea as Lipton does, which is great because they have to move a lot of tea. Like a lot. I'm really sorry guys, my phone vibrating. I turned it off, but I just don't want to. Halmoni means grandmother, so grandmother tea. This is the grandmother tea. So when you're making tea in the Gungfu style, which is what I'm doing, if you heat up the tea wares with the boiling water like I did and then put the dried leaf in, this is a really good time to smell the dry tea. It's good. So, but Paleo cha spans from oolong black tea and hei cha. So what kind of like halmoni cha is that usually like this seems to be like pretty dark. I don't know, let's see. Because the paper that you give me actually doesn't have any information about any of these bags that I just went through. This here is the Gaiwan. It means cup with lid. It's a quintessential tea brewing vessel. Oh, what am I doing? You guys need to be... For some reason my hotkeys turn off all the time. Let's see the tea brewing. Halmoni cha is oxidized the same percentage as many black or red teas, but processed differently. Is it processed with some kind of post-fermentation to it? Sort of, but not hei cha. Exactly, got it. Well, even within the hei cha category, isn't there like a huge variance between different styles? So this is the resulting liquor. Look how beautiful the color is. It's so gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. Don't you want to drink it? I made a joke today that I was gonna start a social media trend for thirst traps. Yeah, make some yourself. Drink some with me, Eric. Let's have some fun together drinking tea. Let's talk about that procrastination thing. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I wonder if I just like turn it up one, it'll stop buzzing like that for you guys. Sorry about that. Because it's just like mundane little notifications. It's like sending little buzzes. That smells good. Some of it is green though. Like this leaf right here, see how green that one is? Like they're all pretty dark. So like all tea comes from the same plant, Camellia sinensis, and it's how you process the plant that you get different types of tea. The main processing difference is oxidation. Oxidation is going to be a browning effect. So like white tea has very little oxidation, green tea has a kill green step that stops the oxidation from even happening, so it stays green. Oolong tea is partially oxidized, black tea is fully oxidized. So you see here, this is a pretty high degree of oxidation. It's pretty brown. But then there's like this one leaf over here that's kind of green. It's definitely a lighter color than the rest. So it means that there's a little bit of a variability. It's not like fully oxidized. But the leaves are also small and tender. Very small, tender leaves. The tea is good. All right, I'll get one more infusion in, and then we'll start chatting. Chatting about productivity, getting shit done, hustling. Maybe not even just hustling, just doing things and like making boundaries. Like if you're gonna set a goal, like let's say for example, you're gonna set a goal like I'm gonna get a job. I need to get a job. Like, how do you set the boundaries of like, what job do you want to get done? And like, what job are you willing to compromise on your values or compromise on what you want to do just for the sake of getting the job, right? In some cases, it's necessary. In some cases, it's not as necessary as we may think. You know, so I want to talk about that, like those kind of personal conflicts we go through in that, and then also how that relates to this concept of hustle that's been so romanticized in the whole like entrepreneurship, tech business arena. Tea versus coffee. Well, I'm drinking tea right now. It's tea all day, all night for me. Coffee, though, I do enjoy 1 cup of coffee every morning. I do enjoy 1 cup of coffee. My first thing, it's like that's my ritual. Everybody's welcome to their ritual, what they like to do, and 1 cup of coffee is what I like to do. And it depends on the kind of coffee that I have, but the 2 main methods that I use for my cup of coffee is AeroPress, and I usually do that with like the more sweet, like acidic beans, like the Ethiopian beans. And then if I ever have like a more robust coffee or like an espresso blend, I do have an espresso machine, and I will enjoy an espresso for sure. But yeah, 1 strong cup of coffee to get me going in the morning, just to sit with, and like even just like the flavor and the aroma. But like if I'm traveling or something and I can't get access to a good coffee, like I won't compromise on just like a normal cup of coffee. I can't do that. Like a gas station coffee. I don't know. I just did a road trip. I like was talking in the beginning how I had done a road trip from San Francisco for some business meetings, and I ended up just like driving through the night, and gas station coffees, like outside of the energy drinks, which I absolutely don't touch. You know, I tried some of the gas station coffee, and it kind of did the job. Technology is getting better. Actually, this one place, they had an espresso machine. It wasn't the greatest espresso, but at least something that like has some hardiness to it. Even like Dunkin' Donuts, as much as everybody hates that place, their donuts are crap, but if that's like the last resort, even their espresso tastes like the same, if not better, than Starbucks. Like I'm not even a fan of Starbucks espresso. But even like Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, they all have like espressos, which are really affordable too. So that's just a little hack there for not spending $7 for bad coffee as well, at one of the main chains. So yeah, that's my rant on coffee. I do like coffee, but tea, like I'm drinking tea now. I'll drink tea until 2 o'clock in the morning. All different types of tea. Right before starting the stream, I was doing a really cool tea session, a private tea session in someone's home, and it was part of a therapy program that they were doing in this home. It was like an Airbnb. They were traveling in from out of town, and it was a really great experience. We drank 3 beautiful teas. We drank a purple white tea from Nanoshan in Yunnan, China. Then we had thank you for the art. Yeah, so these pieces are oil pieces that were painted by Nick Cantu, and he is on Instagram as the Renaissance Man, Nick the Renaissance Man. You can see his work there, but sometimes Tuesday nights he comes and he streams art with me on our Twitch channel. And these pieces were actually live painted in our past streams over the past few weeks. This is our channel. You can come check it out. And we do all kinds of art. I have my whole space here is covered in art, and then we even have musicians come in. So all this techno music that I'm playing right now is from my friend Justin Sojourner. This is him. Sojourner for the future of music. He'll come in and he'll play music. He'll play music. He'll play music. And he brings all these cool little quirky instruments too. He's like a multi-instrumentalist. He'll bring he has an Aerophone, and he's got several different synthesizers. And so sometimes even I'll get to jam with him on the synthesizers, because ultimately synthesizers are just instruments for people that don't know how to play music, right? At least I was able to play it off the bat, oh cool, I'm playing, I'm jamming. So you asked about green tea. Yeah, green tea is great. I mean, different people have different tastes, but it's really great that you like green tea, because green tea tends to be higher in the antioxidants that are really good with preventing cancer. So I think that'll be something that you'll really be grateful for in the future. Do I ever put magic mushrooms in tea? Yeah, that happens. And you know what's great is every single time I stream to Reddit, I get that question. That's the coolest part of it. This is pretty groovy. This is called It's All the Shadow. Cheers. Cheers, independent data. Love it. Hope to see you on Twitch. All right, so Eric says getting started is the hardest part. It's the biggest problem. That's right. That's right. Because that's it. It's there's this anxiety. You get this anxiety of oh, it's going to take so much time. Oh, it's going to be so painful. Like exercise is one thing that people say all the time. Is and I experience that. I exercise regularly, and not every single time. Maybe twice a week, I am super stoked and excited to go get exercise. But the other days of the week, I might wake up a little sluggish and feeling oh, I don't want to do it. I won't do it. I'm not going to want to do it. And then once I get flowing with it, I'm damn, I'm so glad I'm out here. I'm so glad I'm out here. But it's getting started, getting out the door, getting started in a project. I mean, unless you're fueled with all this passion for a project, it's really hard to get really going on something, especially when the goal that you have to make for yourself to accomplish that is really fucking big, and you're just what? Where do I even start? Where's step one? How do I do this? Yeah. Yeah. So today I am talking about tea, but I am also on every Friday. I talk about how we can get ourselves onto the path of the best life. Now, I am by no means living my best life, and actually, the funny thing is, no one actually ever does, right? But we can always try to get there. I mean, what is best? Best is the most elite, the top. Like that's a relative thing to like make that you just can't make that definitive statement that anybody is living their best life, but we can be on the path towards it, right? So because it's a relative thing. So yeah, we just talk about and help each other out, help keep people accountable. Oh, Tef. What are you doing here, man? I thought you were supposed to be sleeping. Man. I was like, finally gonna get a stream with Tef not here. And he shows up. Hi, Tef. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Much love. I like that. I like that. I'm going to get to your tea jokes in a second. And actually, I may field the audience. I may field chat for tea jokes. I know Tea Sleuth really loves the tea jokes. I want to hear his best tea joke. So independent data says first few minutes to talk over laziness, then do it. Oh, Tash, you're so sweet. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna put you to sleep. My talk today may actually like jump your butt out of bed and get you at the workstation, get some shit done, you know? So I don't know if I'll put you to sleep. I like that. So you talk over the laziness. So like, you actually like to address your laziness and be like, okay, I'm just being lazy. I need to just get the fuck over this and go. Just go do it, right? Got it. I sit in it, you know, because like I am a very busy person. If anybody that really knows me, you know, like I'm constantly like working on shit. I like that. Like that's what I thrive in. That's my path. I'm not trying to like project that onto anybody else. That is my path. But so when these points of laziness and procrastination come in, I almost like lean into them. Like, yes, please, I need this break. I know I need this break. Let me just be lazy for a couple of seconds. Because I just know, like, regardless of how my body's feeling or what's going on, if I've already like committed myself to a certain project, which like, you know, my email and my calendar is pretty fully committed. I know I'm just going to be hustling when I need to hustle, so I'm going to be lazy when I need to be lazy. So any tea jokes? Oh, this is the track I don't like, because it's all like, I don't like that. Steph says, and it is a good path if you also remember to take the time to slow down, relax the body and mind so it can stay fresh when working. Get the little massage. All right, so tea joke. Let's see. You know what it is about tea jokes is that there's not a lot of tea jokes, but there's a hell of a lot of tea puns. Good job, Tef. Tef wins. Tef wins this round. He definitely does. I like that. Tef says, tea joke? Nah, they leafed behind. Leafed. It's got to be leafed. Because it's a tea leaf. Can I levitate? No, but I can get high. Is that I could get tea high. That's not a tea joke. Nah. They get leaf behind. What's another one? I mean, I don't know. And you know what? I'm not good with tea puns. I'm not very pro tea pun. I'm just gonna be honest. I think people have heard me say this before, so it's not a surprise. But there are a lot of good tea puns, as you can imagine. Anything, like any word. Brendan, what have you been procrastinating on? What is your goal? Like, if you want to, you are welcome to put into chat your goal, and I'll help keep you accountable on it. Oh, T-Sleep, I've been procrastinating. Melissa says, it's a party. Oh, all the tea puns. Look what you did. You got all the tea puns into chat. Tea leaf behind all evil, because T is a strong letter. Is that just because your name starts with T, Tef? Tef? What? Okay, so okay, one goal is, tell me your goal. I'll be here to help hold you accountable for it. If you're willing to share it. If you're willing to share it with chat and the world, like. You want to ask for a raise? Oh, that's a big one. That's a scary one, because it's like you have to have this really strong confidence to ask that, because like companies and your boss and management, as much as they want to like empower you to be a better worker and to be more organized and to be a better team member, like at the end of the day, like they're still like managing a business and trying to keep budgets running, and so like companies, they never really go out of their way to do raises. So like you have to come in with this like intense confidence to be like, hey, I deserve this. Like I did this, and this, and it requires like a lack of modesty to a certain degree, which is scary to do. Like if you're not used to being like, or if you're used to being modest and humble, maybe not humble, but modest. If you're used to being modest, because I think modest and humble being modest and humble are kind of different, but if you're not used, or you're used to being modest, and you're going to go in there and be like, hey, this is what I deserve. But I think you should just do it, Brendan. You should just go in and just do it. Puppy from Reddit is giving the advice. You approach it with facts and work ethic. And I agree with that. I like that advice. That is very good advice. Oh, Puppy, you want some tea? Here, I'll give you a cup of tea. Here. You can have this cup. This will be your cup. There you go. Enjoy your cup of tea. Looks good, huh? Yes, Brendan, you do deserve it. Don't believe it. Know it. Brendan, you're gonna do it. You're gonna rock the building off. And you're drinking some tea, and that's gonna help you, Brendan. Because you know what's happened is, now that you've commented on stuff, I mean, I'm sure you've been having ideas running in your head. You've been having all this run into your head all week or all month. But like, now that you've like been conscious with it, and you've connected with someone else on it, and you've gotten advice from a completely different metaverse across the internets, and whoo, you're gonna put your pitch together just right. I'm gonna get to your question, but I'm gonna go address Tef's tea pun. Nah, more because tea just be spelt in one letter, but cover an entire beverage, right? Such a strong letter. And it is the first letter of TEF. Strong T for strong TEF, right? You are working hard, Brennan. I see you. I see you working hard. Bitcoin, you want to come say hello? You want to come say hello? Yeah, he just came up here. He's like, what's up? What you guys doing? Aww. And you're drinking hot chocolate? That's great. I'm going to get to your question because you gave a great question. But Bitcoin's here. He wants to say hello. So I will let him come up. Hang out with us. Oh, not like that. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, look. Look. Look at our friends. Look at our friends over here. Look at them over here. They're so good. You're so good. We've got such good friends. Yes, we do. Yeah, yes, we do. All right, so we got a question from Reddit. How do you stay motivated to succeed every day? Oh, yes, all the pits for Bitcoin. Yes, 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 yes. Bitcoin agrees. Bitcoin agrees. Yes, he does. Yes, Bitcoin, this is his name. His name is Bitcoin. He's been CFO, head of security for TLET, my business for, and Bitcoin has been 7 years now, huh? It's been a long road together. How do you stay motivated to succeed every day? Well, that's a hard question. Like, you put the word succeed, or yeah, you put the word succeed in there, and I think that changes the whole nature of the question from like, what helps you stay motivated to accomplish your goal? What's helped you stay motivated to stay focused on a task? That's completely different than saying, how do you stay motivated to succeed? Because like, the idea of success is a relative thing, right? How can you feel like you're constantly in a state of success? Like, I feel like success comes and goes. Like, just as soon as you experience a success, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm still just the same person doing the same thing. That was just like something I did. Now I've got to accomplish the next success. I've got to, and so to feel like you're constantly in a state of success is like a little presumptuous, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's just like, I think it's misleading. And so if you're constantly attached to this idea of success, and then like you have a definition of what success is, and it's like, as long as I'm constantly like owning this much money or having this, like doing this, I'm successful. I feel like you're totally missing the target on what success actually is, which is like a constantly moving target. It's a relative thing. It's a constantly changing type of a thing. And so to answer this question, I feel like you have to like let go of the idea of success in order to stay motivated to succeed every day, because either you're going to be falsely following the wrong success, the wrong thing that really isn't actually success, or you're going to just lose hope and just be like, fuck it, I'm never going to succeed, I'll give up, right? And then you'll never succeed if you do that. So, yeah, I don't know if that answered your question. Oh, Tev, you answered the question for me. Well, thank you very much, Tev. So funny. Oh, Brendan, you're going to kill your goal. So Brendan just sent me like a private message outside of chat to tell me his other goal outside of asking for the raise. It's a big one. And I won't be sharing it. You messaged it to me privately, but I will address it here that like, you are going to rock at that. Bitcoin, what do you think? You think Brendan's going to do good at that, huh? Yeah. And if you want help, Brendan, you are always welcome. I know you know that my door is open. We keep up. It's good. So yeah, Tef answered the question saying, Elise have a strong heart and lots have dream. That is how she stayed motivated to keep going. Like, lots of other people have dreams, or I have lots of dreams. Because yeah, even other people's dreams motivate me. Like, seriously. Like, seeing other people having dreams and goals and following their goals, like, motivates me. Seriously. And it's like, other people's success makes me more excited than my own success, really, to be honest. And that's interesting because, like, there was that that book that I really didn't like that Snake Eye recommended called The Path of the Peaceful Warrior. Oh my god, look at him. He's so cute. Yes, I own at least one Bitcoin. Victory comes in waves, that's right. The dog deserves so much love. Yes, he does. He is the best Bitcoin. He really is. Oh, Bitcoin. Good boy. Some days success is just getting out of bed in the morning. That's right, Melissa. That's why it's a relative thing. And it's constantly changing. It's one day it could be just getting out of the bed. The next day it could be something really big. Thank you. The cute dog says thank you. Oh, Debbie Downer. Bitcoin says don't be a Debbie Downer. Bitcoin says don't be a Debbie Downer. Everybody fails all the time. How many times I've failed? A lot. Every day. Every day there's failures. Bitcoin will tell you all about it. He will tell you all about my failures. But it's okay, you just gotta let go. Like, you really have to let go of the failures and just keep going on. I do one successful sit-up every morning. Well, that's great. Have you ever considered trying two? Have you ever started? Oh, the queen is like all cuddled right now. Have you ever tried 2 sit-ups? So I made goals with fitness, right? So I started getting into fitness like 4 years ago. And in the beginning, I was just like so like hustle focused with my work. And like in addition to my work, I was also like Uber driving like 60 hours a week on top of like 40 hours in the office. So like I was completely like disconnected from my like self-care or whatever, you know, like exercising, all that. And so I knew it was going to be hard to like get into like a fitness pattern. And so I took it by baby steps, you know? And so I considered the first time, okay, he wants to come walk this way. I don't know what do you want, Bitcoin? What do you want? What you want, boy? You just want to be closer. He just wants to be closer. Two, that's crazy talk. That's funny. Okay, stick with the one. Stick with the one. But yeah, so I started with like 1 mile and I allowed myself to like go at the pace that I wanted to go. And then like slowly within a couple of weeks, I moved it up to 2 miles and I allowed myself to go as slow or walk as much as I want. And then, now I'm doing 10 miles, you know, and it feels good. And I'm excited about it. And I feel like it's sustainable. Like it's sustainably gonna keep progressing because I enjoy it. And like it's become like a part of like my daily Bitcoin. Oh, so what? Now you want the close up with these guys or what? You trying to steal the show, Bitcoin? You silly. I'm almost at half a marathon, yep. Soon enough, I'll be doing marathons. And in the beginning of like doing all this, it was like, hell no, I'd ever do a marathon. What are you talking about? What you talking about? Somebody just gave Bitcoin a buff Doge reward on Reddit. He is pretty buff, huh? He can't run with me. I've tried. In the beginning, he ran a little bit. Like in the beginning, he was excited about it. But then like once it got up to like 2 miles, 3 miles, like no, he's like, nah, I'll stay home. But he does go for long walks. Like, we'll go for like 10-mile walks together all throughout Las Vegas. We'll like walk downtown to the Strip, and then we'll walk back home. Just check out the scenes, smell the foods. Rowing as an exercise, like real rowing, like going, I wonder if like Lake Las Vegas or Lake Mead has rowing. I bet you they do. Bitcoin, you want to go rowing? Bitcoin will not want to go rowing. He's like, I'll fall in. I hate water. There's no way. There's no way. All right, so yeah, I got an article to share with you guys. I think it's getting to that time. Getting to that time. What? Brendan, you want to teach Bitcoin how to do a trick virtually? Bitcoin, this guy wants to teach you how to do tricks? I don't know. What kind of tricks we want to teach Bitcoin how to do? Well, now that we're accepting bits and Bitcoin is managing all of the bits, we gotta teach him some tricks. Hey Jim, what's up? Good to see you. Much love to you, Jim. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Eventually you want to do real rowing, but building up strength and stamina on machines first. So are you going to go to a gym, or are you going to try to get your own rowing machine? Good. Good to hear you're good. I'm also good. It's a beautiful Friday night. I did not teach him how to shake. I don't know, but he does this thing like when he wants something that like he'll kind of do a shake. But I didn't teach him that. Like this. What are you trying to do, Bitcoin? I don't know what he's doing. Sometimes he acts weird. Do you want a treat? Do you want to show everybody? Oh. You saw that? I taught him to know the word treat, that's for sure. He was like, what? Treat? A treat? Oh, you're going to move to your own place, Melissa. Great. Awesome. Hey, congrats on that. What? Little stretch? A little yoga doge? Yeah, we'll give Bitcoin a treat. You guys can get a little Bitcoin ASMR. Sit down. Sit down is the only one he does know. He does know that one. He sits like a cat. He does lots of things like a cat. He perches up on couches like a cat. He likes to climb up to high places like a cat. I mean, even right now, he's probably like, what is this? I'm like 5'8", so this is probably like 4 feet. Yeah, this is probably like 4 feet, or a little bit higher than 4 feet. And he's just up here, perched. He likes to be up here. It's funny. He is like a cat dog. He like a cat dog. Well, good luck with that, Melissa. Good luck with that. All right, so let's learn something, guys. I don't know if this is necessarily learning from something, because this is coming from like an online magazine, it looks like. I don't know, it says established in 1930. He's a cat in a dog costume. Kind of. Kind of. Right? Don't cats do that too? They like that when you like scratch under their neck. I think dogs like that too. I think all animals. I think even humans like that if someone scratches you like that. Oh, great. He's happy. The treat made him so happy. Oh, he's getting ham with the camera today, huh? You silly. You're such a silly. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. It says at this magazine, the Silhouette. Have you guys ever heard of this? A Silhouette. It looks kind of like a pop culture magazine. But I found this cool article we could look at. The problem with hustle porn. See how provocative that title is? That's total clickbait. Oh yeah, Bitcoin? You wanna... He's like, yes, I want to do more ASMR. Yes, can I do more ASMR, please? Let's get this here. Let's get this here so we can both be hanging out, Bitcoin. I know you want to be the star of the show, but... Alright. This is written by Kamiya Tahei. Social media has definitely been fruitful in the past decade, with influencers sharing their expertise, educating others, and promoting positivity. Hey, that's what we're doing, guys. However, some influencers, such as Gary Vaynerchuk, advocate for hustle porn. Oh my goodness. Are we really going to talk about Gary Vaynerchuk now? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do it. A freshly coined phrase, hustle porn, refers to the fetishization of extremely long working hours in the entrepreneurial world. Aww, Bitcoin doesn't like that. Bitcoin's like, entrepreneurship should be fun. It should be fulfilling. Hi, Digital Meow Mix. Welcome. Welcome to the tea table. Bitcoin loves you too. Bitcoin, tell them how much you love them. Tell them. Who's that? Tell them you love them. So we got a question from Reddit. Why my tea always tastes bitter? Well, he is a Chigal or a Biwawa. He likes to be called a Biwawa. Huh? You like to be a Biwawa? Yeah, he likes to be a Biwawa. And he is about 9 years old. He's about 9 years old. 9 years human. So he's an old dog. He's an old dog. How are you an old dog? But we all love you. Everybody love you. Everybody love you. What a ham! What a ham! Why? Are you trying to have a conversation? Okay, so why is your tea always bitter? And then you, please don't pee. Oh, I remember you, please don't pee. We've talked before. Yeah. I'll get to your question later. He sounds like a little loudmouth. He's just being very vocal right now. He's usually not this vocal. Usually he's pretty chill. But yeah, he came up here kind of energetic. Oh, you want to buy hot dogs? Maybe? You tell him? What do you tell him? Tell him. Tell him. Answer the question. Tell him. Your tea is bitter. Yes, he wants to be nuzzled, for sure. Maybe he missed me when I went to that private tea session at that house right before I started streaming. I left him. Oh my God, this dog. Yeah, he jumps and runs and breathes okay, yep. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's get the close up here if you want to see him. Bitcoin. Let him see. Let him see you. Look, handsome boy. Handsome boy. Oh. Okay, we got a couple good questions from Reddit, so I'm going to get to them. So first about the bitter tea. So tea has caffeine in it, right? And caffeine is bitter. So like for the most part, the bitterness that you get in your tea is the caffeine. So some ways that you can reduce that bitterness is by not steeping your tea as hard. So yeah, this is like a total dog scratching stream. You're right, Jim. Bitcoin totally like co-opted the stream tonight to be dog scratch stream. So you want to like under extract the caffeine. The caffeine is the main bitter thing. And to do that, you brew the tea less heavily. So maybe use lower temperature, or you can use a larger vessel with less leaf in it, or steep for less time. Little weirdo. Oh, now he's getting feisty. So that's it. And then maybe try... Thank you. Yeah, Bitcoin loves the cuddles too. No doggy tea. Although sometimes he'll eat the dry leaf. He likes to chew on the dry leaf. I guess he likes how it's crunchy, and maybe he likes the taste a little bit. Your dog's name is Cookie? How sweet. His name is Bitcoin. On Bitcoin? Yeah. He knows his name. Yeah, so Jim is offering this advice from Twitch, which, by the way, if you guys want to join us on Twitch, we are there. You can come. And then if you want to buy some tea or just like learn more about tea and like watch videos of tea farmers and stuff, you can go to that website, teaanditspeople.com. Jim offers the advice to steep for short periods of time to reduce the bitterness, which I agree with, right? So there's like 3 main components that make up, you know, your steeping recipe, which is the temperature, the time, and the amount of tea, you know, the ratio of tea to water that you're using. So, you know, you can fiddle with any of those to brew the tea more lightly. And then in addition to bitterness, tea can also be astringent, and the astringency comes from the tannins, and tannins are the result of either breaking... Oh, he won't fall. Oh, look at him. He's like a cat. They were talking about that on Reddit. He's like a cat in a dog suit. Look at this. He's like on the edge, but he's totally cool. Can you imagine if he fell? There's another table right below. So he maybe he knows, like, he shouldn't be scared, because, like, yeah, he just fall on the table right below it. But, oh, now he's, like, in lick mode. What is up with you? You're, like, giving all the kisses now. The astringency comes from the tannins, and the tannins are produced mostly in black teas and oolong teas. And so in that case, if you're getting some like negative flavor compound or flavor component character in your tea, it could be the tannins. And so in that case, you may want to try drinking a white tea or an oolong tea, like a more green oolong tea. You think he needs water? I don't know. I have his bowls of water over in the other room. Here, Bitcoin, come down and drink water. Let's see if that's what you want. The tannin does dry your throat. Yep, that's true. That's what it does. All right, Bitcoin. Come on, let's go see if you want water. You want it? Drink it. I'll let you know if he drinks the water. Yeah, so it could be the astringency that you're sensing. A lot of people are like sensitive to astringency and find that to be like a really like negative characteristic in the tea. Yeah, he didn't drink the water. I don't think he was thirsty. Bitcoin, drink the water. Try to drink the water. It's for you. And then there was another question here about entrepreneurship. I like Tia later. That's a good one. Tia later. That's kind of like one of my taglines on Twitch I use. So we got a question. I would like to ask about self-motivation and how are you able to go out and do a thing when nothing else is really driving you to do it? So, you know, when that happens, I always ask like, maybe why am I not driven by this thing? You know what I mean? Maybe it's a thing that you shouldn't be doing, right? Maybe it's not really on that path of what you need to be doing. I have no idea where my mouse went. I need to do that so I can get the, oh, here it is. See you later. Yes, we should be doing only what we feel driven to do and passionate to do, right? But then there are some times where we have to compromise on that, right? So like that, the good example of that is getting a job, right? It's like, I need to pay bills. I need to get a job. I need to support my family. I need to get a job. And like this modern society that we're in, like getting a job is a really important thing sometimes. And sometimes it does require you to do things that you're not motivated and driven to do. And so that's an issue, right? And so in that case, it's not as clean dry as saying, oh, well, just don't do it if it doesn't drive you. Because it's like, no, I have to freaking do it because I need to get paid. I need to get a paycheck. And so, you know, like I've certainly gone through my times in life where I have had to compromise, and I'm fine with that, you know, is like, I had a great time. No one got hurt. And, you know, I came out a stronger person. Yes, Melissa, right now in our current life, yeah, the life costs money right now. But I always like to remind people on a very primal level of us as a biological being, we never need money. The money is nothing in that scheme. But yeah, so like I think like it is murky to decide, okay, well, how do I compromise? And then how do I stay motivated in like this compromise that I'm making? And so like I think in that case, like it's really healthy to draw those boundaries even before you go and pursue a job, like to draw the boundaries ahead of time of like, these are the things that like I'm not willing to compromise on, and then these are the boundaries I have on what I would be willing to compromise on. Because if you draw unhealthy boundaries of like, I will never do anything that I'm not motivated to do, that I'm not 100% passionate to do, and you have that attitude your entire life, there may be some struggles. And that's hard. It sucks. Did you not hear me, or you just keep pushing that joke in? Yeah, I got it. See you later. See ya later. See ya later. Yeah, making those boundaries is hard, but you have to make them in either direction, and they have to be realistic boundaries on both sides of like, I need to compromise to some degree so that like I can get the job and do the thing. And then on the other side say, I'm not going to compromise on everything. Because like on both ends of that spectrum, you're going to have difficulty in life. On one side, you're going to have trouble being successful in modern society. And then on the other end, you may be successful in modern society, aka having money in your bank account. But like, you may have dug yourself deep in a hole of despair and like apathy, which is also troubling. So we have to find that middle ground of how to keep staying motivated, and drawing those boundaries ahead of time and also like in real time. So like, even if you may have started a job saying, okay, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to compromise on this value I have because, I need to work. And then maybe, 2 years in, you can draw new boundaries and open up new opportunities for yourself. You're always encouraged and welcomed to do that. All right, bye-bye. Please don't pee. No more see you later jokes. Searching for a job after college has been stressful. I bet. Yeah, I bet. I was fortunate. The thing that I studied in college was it's a very high demand field, so getting a job was quite easy. Now, compromising on my values at that time, I'll be honest, when I was 22, 23 years old, I had no values to compromise on. You know what I mean? Like, I still, didn't know myself yet. So, I was I was just going to do whatever I'm going to do to, be more successful. Those values didn't start kicking in until I got a little bit older. Really, until after I got out of the Peace Corps. And so then at that point, I was able to draw my boundaries and say, okay, this is what I'm willing to do and not willing to do. I'm not willing to feed people poison. And as a food scientist, that's really hard. Hey, High Roller, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sharing the tea, love. Much love to you. What was the first tea you fell in love with? I would love to know that, High Roller. Zebo loves tea too, yay! You drink 5 to 10 cups a day? That's wonderful. My top 3 teas are gyokuro, any variety of udon dansangs, Phoenix Mountain oolongs, and I don't know, I guess I've got to say yangchas, and it's oolong. Green tea and oolong are my favorite. Do I have a tea-related business? Yes, I do. I have a tea-related business called Tealet. Actually, you can go to this website and see what my business does. I represent independent family-owned farms all over the world, and I help them distribute their tea to tea businesses. So I'm like a supply chain platform. That's my Twitch channel. I stream to Twitch 5 days a week. Lots of different content, a variety of content, but all of it is tea. I'm drinking tea the whole time. I can't help. Reminds me I need to brew another one. But yeah, we have fun. We like to talk about civility. We like to talk about sustainability, and like today's best life. We like to talk about how we can all help each other get onto the path to the best life. You know, T-Sleuth, you say that you don't feel driven to do anything, but there is something. In our friendship, I've definitely seen you driven, especially in regards to tea, anything to do with tea. I've definitely seen you driven for that. Okay, tell me your other, I'll tea you in hell. Are you teeing this shit? That's a good one. Good luck. And if you want help launching those tea businesses, please don't pee. I'd be more than happy to help you. Do I experience any side effects from the caffeine? I actually don't. In fact, the caffeine in tea is very different than the caffeine in coffee. Like every morning I have a cup of coffee. I love that cup of coffee. And it's for the caffeine. My body interacts with that caffeine and just feels great. I'm just like, I'm up. The day's good. Time to get the day going. But the caffeine that I feel in tea is a lot different. The energy that released from it is different, even if it is a high energy tea. I don't get this big jolt and then drop of energy. It's more of this prolonged release of energy, and the energy is mostly mental focus, and then my body's feeling super relaxed. Yes, I do drink coffee. I drink 1 cup of coffee every morning. I said that. I'm not humoring you. I'm very serious. If you want to start a tea business, I will help you. You're gonna take revenge on me? I'm gonna take revenge on you. Lil Tef, good night to you. Rest well, sleep tight. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Much love to you, brother. What tea is it? This tea? The tea that makes me mentally focused and body relaxed? Oh, that's cool. The music. The piano did sound good, but I'm on a techno kick right now. I do play classical music on my streams, usually on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'll play classical music, and then the rest of the days it's I just got a message from the group that hired me to come do the tea service at their place. And they're here for an entire week of therapy programs, different activities that they're doing, healing activities, and the tea was one of them. And they wanted me to come in, and they just sent me the sweetest thank you message, just saying that it made their week. And yeah. It's good. I love those experiences. It's so great. And that's the power of tea. Drink more tea. High energy tea. Well, because it's got the theanine in it. L-theanine is an amino acid that is found in nature. You can also find it in nootropic supplements. And it's only bioavailable source of L-theanine in the world is the Camellia sinensis plant, which is the tea plant. So L-theanine is what's responsible for helping with that mental focus, body relaxation. It works with the caffeine, and it changes the caffeine's reaction in the body. All tea does that. So green tea, black tea, oolong tea, pu'er tea. So that's why a lot of people are confused. They're like, I drink coffee and I can't sleep afterwards. But then, I could drink tea all day and all night and I sleep just fine. So, the caffeine in tea is very, very different. All right. So Jim says, understand your values and keep to them and change what you are trying to accomplish. Yeah, so always keeping your eye on this constantly changing goal, constantly changing target. Even if you find something you are passionate about, that can change over time, and just accept the new direction. I like that advice, Jim. That's good advice. Even if you find something you are passionate about that can change over time, and just accept the new direction. Things are always changing. And just go with it. Go with the flow. And now you say that you think that tea is helping your body with high blood sugar levels. Awesome, Jim. And it does. It's like there is scientific evidence that tea will help with that through the caffeine and the, I believe it's... I should do a stream. I should do a stream about tea and blood sugar, and look through some like Google Scholar, read some articles on that so we can know the exact facts. But I have heard that there is a lot of connection between specifically green tea. So that's probably that Zomba pearls. The Zomba pearls is probably helping with that. I'd imagine that tea is really nice tea. But in addition to like directly like the chemical compounds in the tea helping with those things, you know, tea, a practice of drinking tea regularly can help replace other maybe unhealthy habits that you have, such as soft drinks or even like juice. Like I know juice comes from like a natural whole product, such as apples or oranges or whatever it may be, but there's a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar in it. You didn't expect that. You just wanted to enjoy the tea and the ritual. Well, that's great. You know, Jim, and that's what I'm always saying. I'm always saying if you're going to approach tea and say, hey, you know, like I want to make some changes in my life and I want to drink tea. I heard tea is good. I want to drink it. If you approach it in that way, you're going to have such a like more sustained positive impact from that lifestyle change than if you were to be like, oh, this is like medicine. And so like, I've just got to drink the tea that's best for me to do this. And so like I always say, watch out for doing that because it can take you off the ultimate goal, which is just around, you know, there's like a general lifestyle of wholeness and mindfulness and goodness. I'm going to get back to this article. Influencers such as Vaynerchuk, the self-made entrepreneur, millionaire, and internet personality, have taken social media by storm by yelling words of encouragement at their cameras. Okay. You say you enjoy drinking tea in the afternoon in your office. That's a good time to enjoy it. It certainly is. Now, I just laugh because it's like they're yelling words of encouragement at their cameras. I feel personally attacked. I assume that there is an adrenaline rush in recording yourself and demanding your followers to quit their normal jobs. I am not telling you guys to quit your normal jobs. I'm actually like trying to encourage you to maybe like have more patience with your jobs because yeah, not everybody is fit to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody is fit to be a business person. Just like not everybody is fit to be an office worker or, you know, a part of a team. Some people are most fit to be entrepreneurs, but not everybody is. So yeah, I'm not trying to tell you quit your jobs. I am trying to tell you to follow, you know, what makes you happy and take the necessary steps to get there. And if becoming an entrepreneur helps with that may be the path. I know that was the path for me. But, you know, like, I'll admit, like, I've come to learn that there are certain unique characteristics, a character that's necessary to not only be a good entrepreneur, like, I don't even know if I'm a good entrepreneur. I just know that, like, I can handle the work. Right? And not everybody is ready to handle that work, and that's okay. Like, it's totally okay. Like, it fucking sucks to be an entrepreneur, to be honest. Like, I know that, like, you get all this autonomy and you feel like you have, like, this power or whatever, but, like, you have a lot of responsibility and stress and anxiety on you that's, like, really unnecessary if it's not your flow. See, Jim says, I'm an office guy, and that's cool. You know what you are, and you know what you thrive in, and what's good for you. I like that advice. Start a second job, and if it works, then quit your job. Jim says, not sure if I could run my own business. And Jim, that comes from experience. You saying that comes from experience. Like a 25-year-old or a 23-year-old fresh out of college, I could run my own business. I could do that. You know, but like somebody who has been working in the ranks and like seeing the systems and seeing how the corporate world works and seeing how finance works and seeing how this stuff works is like, yeah, I know, like that's not for me. Freedom is not free. It's true. It's true. Yeah, my friends tell me, oh, Elise, you just get to relax and chill out. Like, you don't even work with an alarm clock, which is true. I don't work with an alarm clock, and that's not true of all entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs are good entrepreneurs because they're, like, really, like, regimented in what they do. That's not me. Not me. I'm a different kind of entrepreneur. I'm, like, one of those, like, creatives, and, like, I work better at night, which is good for my business because a lot of my communications and work happens with people that are in Asia and Europe, so... You know, I am getting phone calls late at night, so it is good that I'm up and working late. But so Melissa says, yeah, that's another toxic side of entrepreneurship. There's a looking down on other paths. Like those people are lesser somehow for being other things. Yeah, and in addition to what that does, so that like this thing that you just said, Melissa, like is what puts the chip on the shoulder of all of the like young white males that go to good universities that like right now there's this entrepreneurship trend. And so like all these, and I'm sorry that I racialized it. I shouldn't have done that, but you know, I can't erase what I said, but I said what I said. And is like this like this fetishization, just like what they used in this hustle porn article, this fetishization of entrepreneurship itself, and that like the future is entrepreneurship, decentralized, all the businesses, which I also say that shit a lot. I am like trying to encourage lots of little businesses, but for smart ones that like are actually solving problems versus just like starting a business for the sake of starting a business and building a product or an app or a solution that is only applicable for this big, very niche group of like people, you know, that are like Stanford computer science students, you know? And so like, it like puts this chip on their shoulder that like they all need to be entrepreneurs. And then, you know, like there are other systemic things in place that help these entrepreneurs get access to very large amounts of money to do these businesses. And it's like, dude, they have no business being an entrepreneur. Like what they're building is not a business. And then the people that actually do have the ideas and the entrepreneurial skill and leadership skills and like the experience in real world to know real world problems that need solutions as an entrepreneur, they are discouraged from being entrepreneurs because they don't fit that profile. It's like, I'm not like an affluent young male that knows how to code in computers. So I'm not an entrepreneur. It's like, fuck that. Like, that's not what entrepreneurs look like. Real entrepreneurs look like anything. But the common between them is that they are working on a real problem that needs a real solution. Melissa says, yeah, I heard a lot of pitches that got people money that said nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Do I draw? I like to draw. I'm not good at it. These are not my my art. This is Nick the Renaissance Man. He is on Instagram, and he comes on Tuesday nights. And if you want to see him, all of these paintings, these are oil paintings that he painted live on stream. I do that stream on Tuesday nights. And this is the channel we do it on. Tuesday nights. And we go pretty late night sometimes. It's pretty fun. Sometimes I do stream it to Reddit. Like last week I streamed it to Reddit. That was pretty fun. We streamed the Tuesday night art to, we put it in the art category on Reddit, RPan. Good tea to help with anxiety. All tea will do that. But one in particular that I would recommend checking out is hemp tea. Now you said frugal. I don't know. I mean, that's a tough word. Oh, Nick is here. Hello. Nick, you just missed Tef. Tef just went to Betty Bye. You just missed him. But yeah, Nick is on Twitch, so if you want to go meet the artist that made these paintings, he's hanging out on Twitch. You can go see him. You can say hello. You can subscribe to the channel and throw him some emotes. You really could. So Jim says, when you're young, if you really want to do it, try it. And that's true, Jim. That's a good, like, try anything. Like, if it has past in your mind, and hopefully it's not just like a trendy thing, like this whole like entrepreneurship thing that I was just ranting about. But if it's something that like you truly, genuinely, authentically feel like it's for you, especially when you're young is when you should try it. My example of that was when I signed up for the Peace Corps. Like prior to signing up for the Peace Corps, I was a very like conservative, career-oriented person. And I went through this like really weird kind of existential crisis that like most 22-year-olds go through. And a friend suggested to me, was like, hey, Lisa, it sounds like you just need a break from like all of this like high stress, like school stress, like pressures, all of this, like you just need a break from it. Why don't you join the Peace Corps? And I'm like, what the fuck is the Peace Corps? And he was like, oh, it's like this, like, it's like the opposite of the military. It looks great on your resume. The Kennedys invented it. You should, you know, you'll be hanging out with the Kennedys if you go do it. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll go do it. And I was like, I'm young. I know this is completely not on any path I ever thought I'd be on, but like, I'm just going to do it while I'm young. And that's how I justified it. Cause like my parents, my friends, they were like, what the fuck are you doing, Elise? Like, you could have like a really good career, start making good money and saving and like building. And I'm like, well, you know, I feel like I'm young and I feel like I could go do this for a couple of years and then like I can get back to that. Like I can always go get a job again. Like it's not going to be hard. And I'm really glad I did that, you know, and it doesn't have to be that same path, but like when you're young, that's a really good time to do things. And it's a really good time to like put yourself into situations where you may be compromising on a value. Because, like, the older you get, the more stubborn and, like, set in your ways you get, right? So, when you're young is a good time to, like, to try new things, especially ones that do encroach on what your boundaries of what you think. And so, it's like, if you're going to get a job, like, when you're young, that's a good time to be like, okay, I will, like, try out this different thing. And you got a shitty boss, like that's all the more for you to be like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to tolerate this shitty boss. Like learn how to communicate with the shitty person. I'm going to like focus on disciplining myself. Like when you're young is the perfect time to do that because when you become old and set in your ways, it's so fucking hard to do those kinds of things. So that's good. Yeah, the Kennedys, JFK actually invented the Peace Corps. I think like his cousin was the one that like drafted the whole program, but JFK was the president that like announced it and signed the executive order for the Peace Corps to start. Entrepreneurship and computer science are totally different fields. That's good that you know that, random person, because in Silicon Valley, like at Stanford, like when you walk around the campus at Stanford, the vibe is totally different. At least like 10 years ago when I was hanging out in those circles. It might have changed by now. Oh, so yeah, the tea that I was going to recommend to you about anxiety, which is not frugal, is a hemp flower tea. And you can actually find some on my website. It's like literally the flower of the hemp. So it looks like weed. It looks like weed that you would smoke. And actually you can smoke this stuff. It's like hemp CBD flower. You can smoke it. But you don't have to. You can brew it like a tea. It tastes really good. And it does offer very subtle anti-anxiety properties. So just go to this website and search for hemp flower. H-E-M-P, hemp flower. Jim says, my daughter-in-law co-owns a small business and doing very well over 10 years. She's not rich, but happy. Yeah, sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's like that compromise that you make as an entrepreneur. I'm there. I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm not rich, but I'm happy. Chatting and lurking. How can you be chatting and lurking at the same time? I don't think that's how it works. Aw, Jim. Yeah, if you're working, yeah, and you can't chat, that's definitely lurking. A work lurk. Well, Jim, thank you for joining our path. It's a simple one. It's a really simple one. It wasn't hard to jump on. And you know what's cool about this path is that it doesn't lead to one place. It's gonna eventually lead to infinite places. So have fun. Melissa says entrepreneurship in the United States also tends to be socioeconomic, which also lends itself to those real world, not real world problems. Though that is not the topic at hand, just something I feel strongly about. No, I mean, it totally is the topic at hand. You know, like adopting this like fetishized idea that like hustle for the sake of hustle to be an entrepreneur, when you really had no business being an entrepreneur. You should have been investing that energy in getting it done in some other direction or in another role. Or freaking what I tell people, like, especially when I was spending a lot of time in Silicon Valley and like people were always like calling me for advice or like podcast interviews or whatever, I'd always tell people, like, before jumping into being an entrepreneur, especially if you're just like fresh out of college or in high school or something, is like, go get some real experience. I think the Peace Corps was like apex experience. I'm so grateful. And like the thing that's funny is that like I had no idea what I was getting into when I signed up for it, but like it ended up being like the apex experience that I could have had for learning how to become an entrepreneur. And so yeah, I think like young people should do that. Go see the world first. Go see some problems, and then come back and try to make some money. Yeah, I'll brew some tea. I'll brew some tea. I was gonna brew some tea. Oh, I did brew some tea. Look, I've been brewing tea here the whole time. I'll show you. I'll show you my tea brewing. Random person, you tend to do a job with computers. That's great. You should. Computers, technology, like a job, entrepreneurship, whatever. Thanks, Jim. All right, Luke, this is what we're drinking. We're steeping palyocha. Palyocha. Palyocha is oxidized tea from Korea. Digital art. Some NFTs. Everybody's doing the NFTs. And just a heads up, guys, on April 1st, which is going to be our Tea Talks, not this coming week, but the week after that. On Thursdays, we get together in the virtual tea house and have casual chat. We will be doing a workshop on NFTs. So if you guys are curious about NFTs, want to learn about it, we will have a couple of experts in the house. And then we'll have like roundtable discussions and fun little chats about NFTs. So please come April 1st. It's a Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. To our virtual tea house, which I will put the link in the chat just so you guys can keep track. Well, that's good, Jim, that your teams have passion. I don't know, Nick, do you want to be an expert? Do you want to be an expert, Nick? I can make you an expert for this event. You can certainly be an expert. I do know Turkish tea. I don't drink it a lot. It's very different than the type of tea that I usually drink. We drink more of like the Chinese style of tea. Well, Nick, you can be an expert at this event. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna list you as an expert on the flyer. Do you like Turkish tea? It's usually very strong, right? And you add sugar into it. Yeah, we usually like to brew our tea very light. How beautiful that is. So beautiful. It's a beautiful cup of tea. Well, maybe I will be a fucking tea master, Nick, alright? What do you think about that? Bitcoin's back. You back? What do you want? You want some treats? Maybe I am a tea master. I'll list myself on the flyer as a tea master. I will. You ready to drink your water? Look. You drink your water? All right, let's get back to the article. Nick, I'm just going over an article right now about hustle porn. Hustle porn. Although there is absolutely nothing wrong with following your passions and leaving your day job behind, individuals shouldn't be pushed to this decision because of influencers. Bitcoin does not like ice cubes. He's not into it. And we live in Las Vegas. You think he'd love it because it gets hot here, you know? Influencers often use manipulative tactics such as showing off their wealth in the background and making false generalized claims to push their relatively young audience to leave academia behind in pursuit of entrepreneurship and business. Vaynerchuk also often forgets to mention how he built off his empire based on his parents' $3 million wine company. That is a great point. Bitcoin, you want to come back up here? Yeah. That's like if like my parents owned like a very successful tea company and then like I developed, and the same way that I'm developing now, and then like to say that it was all me, it was all my work. Such important details often go unmentioned, and all we see is the money reigning over a Bugatti in a 15-second Instagram post. Time and again, this embarrassing boast is followed by wanting their naive followers to sign up for a business class or buy a marketing book of theirs. Jim says it's amazing how successful you can be if you come from a family with millions. Yeah. I wonder if there are any pure intentions of wanting others to actually succeed behind these books and classes, or if focus is more on developing another source of income. In addition, they encourage a strangely unhealthy lifestyle that is detrimental to one's mental health. Melissa says, yes, or even modestly successful or comfortable. Having a fallback or security makes a huge difference. And I'll admit, I have one of those. It's definitely not a $3 million tea business that I'm like building on, but if something happens to me, I know that I'm taken care of. It's definitely, not millions, but it's like, even if it's the bare minimum of what is needed to live, I know that like my privilege and my roots, my root stock basically, I know is there to support me, which is great. Yeah, I'm not ashamed of having that, and it was just kind of interesting. I'm going to share something kind of vulnerable. When I talk about that, like what I just shared with you guys about like identifying that like I have this privilege and that I'm grateful for it, like it's like a trigger for a lot of people. They feel like if you say that as like a middle class person, like I'll say the privilege that I have is like a middle class white family, right? There's like triggers that like, oh, well, we're not in the 1%. Like, we're not like that. Like, why are you trying to like wealth shame us? Like, we're just comfortable. And it's like, yeah, we are comfortable. And that in itself is a privilege. Like, it's not the greatest, biggest privilege. There's all kinds of privilege. When we use that word privilege, like it comes out in so many different contexts. But, yeah, I'm trying to learn how to communicate and talk about this stuff without triggering people into feeling like they're being attacked. Like they're being shamed for being comfortable, for being financially comfortable. It's like, no, you probably worked very hard. Like, I know my family worked very hard to be what they are. So there's no shame. But yeah, sometimes if I call it a privilege, people feel like I'm like shaming it. And it's like, no, it's like a good thing. I'm trying to like show gratitude. It is, and there is, and the key is understanding, knowing, and acknowledging yours. What do you mean by well off? Like, are you talking about like just comfortable, like financially secure, or are you talking about like well off? Jim says, also banks and investors tend to take a risk and give you money when you have lots of money. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we were talking about with that, like, that archetype of like young male entrepreneurs that Silicon Valley has been kind of fetishizing over the past couple of decades. I mean, really, like Facebook was like the first main one that like really put that in the book. And like, I don't know if it's fading away because I haven't been spending too much time in Silicon Valley, but when I was there, that was definitely it, and like they were almost guaranteed financial success and like raising money or doing whatever because they fit that archetype versus someone like me. I definitely don't fit that archetype. I'm not a computer programmer and I'm not like an affluent white male. So yeah. What makes me a tea expert? Well, I've been studying tea for over a decade. I'm a food scientist, and now for the past 9 years, I've been building a software company, which is a B2B marketplace between independent tea growers and tea businesses. So I'm a tea importer and distributor. And this is my dog, Bitcoin. He is our CFO and head of security. He handles all of the, yes, you handle all the finances. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I'm just a down-to-earth person. I do streaming. I stream onto Twitch 5 days a week. If you're interested in joining that community, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. I stream about lots of different things, not just tea. I'm always drinking tea, and I'm always happy to answer any question that you would ever have about tea. But we do talk a lot about civility and hospitality and living our best life. Like tonight, we're having a Best Life Friday, and we're talking about productivity, entrepreneurship, just getting the shit done. And what's a healthy boundary? Like, how do we set healthy boundaries within that to live our best life? Jim says, I'm not ashamed, but I do know I had it easier than others. It's good to acknowledge that. And I feel like, Jim, if you've been hanging out long enough here, there's no way you can be ashamed of it because, yeah. But there are people that are, like, they're not ashamed of it, but, like, they feel attacked whenever someone uses the word privilege. It's like, just because someone's using that word doesn't mean that they're trying to accuse you of being, like, overprivileged or unnecessarily privileged. It's just, like, we all need to understand what privileges we have and figure out how we can better distribute those, you know, so we don't ever have to worry about feeling ashamed. You know what I mean? A good tea for anxiety. Someone just asked that. Actually, all teas are good for anxiety. Like the entire process of like brewing tea and drinking tea and sharing tea with your friends is all really great for helping alleviate anxiety. But one tisane, actually, it's an herbal tisane, so it's not coming from the tea plant, but you can brew it like a tea, is hemp flower. Hemp flower. It's really good. It's not CBD, like, you know, it's not CBD. It's just the flower, just like cannabis. Yeah, he's a whole regal. What's he looking at? Jim, I think he's looking at you. So hemp flower, and actually you can find some on my website. All of our teas are imported and distributed on behalf of small family farms. Not all of them are like fully organic, but we have transparency on the profiles of the teas of like if it's organic or natural, or like if they use pesticides or whatever they do. And then look for the hemp tea at this website, teaanditspeople.com. Yeah. And Jim, I think he was looking at you. He was like, "Is that Jim in there? When's he gonna give me a treat? When's he gonna give me a treat? Yeah, right. When's he gonna give you a treat?" So Melissa says, yes, I definitely get it. Coming from the very bottom of the bracket financially, as I do, like almost homeless and very frequently going hungry, my people get very triggered by discussion of privilege and the idea that they might be. It's hard to wrap your head around the multitude of ways privilege manifests. Isn't just income. I know there are ways I've been privileged and even just luckier than others. And then there's ways where you were less privileged than others too. You know what I mean? It works in both directions. And it is not always connected to money. It's not always. All right, did you hear that? Jim says, in all caps, treats for Bitcoin. Let's see. Bitcoin is getting hooked up today. Why does some green tea taste fishy? Well, you know, I don't like really hear about a lot of green tea tasting fishy. Like Japanese green tea does have strong umami notes to it, which is like seaweed. So like that might be what you're tasting if you're having like sencha, like a sencha tea. It may be tasting fishy, but the other type of tea that is often tasting fishy that people comment on is the shu pu'er. So it's like pu'er tea that has been fermented in like compost piles. All right. Bitcoin gets a treat. Bitcoin is happy with his treat. Bitcoin favorite treat? I don't know. Bitcoin, what's your favorite treat? He likes the chicharron. He says he likes the chicharron. Matcha is tea. Matcha is ground up green tea. Japanese green tea, which has been shaded for at least 4 weeks prior to harvest. And they shade it with 2 layers of blackout cloth, so that they can fully block out the sun, so that there is no tannin production, and that helps preserve more of the L-theanine and the umami, like that rich seaweedy texture. That's why matcha tea is so good. But it's also very expensive because of all that extra effort that they have to put into shading it and producing it too. Because they after they harvest and process it, they will remove the stem, and then they have to age it for at least 7 months in a refrigerator, where then they grind it with like a traditional stone grinder, and that grinder can only grind 80 grams an hour. So, valuable, very valuable. Are you done? Did you get your treat and you're done? You ready to go? You want to go down? You shouldn't steep tea for longer than 2 minutes if it's true tea. Russell argues that leisure is essential to civilization. Oh no, here we go. Instead of promoting a grind-like lifestyle, influencers need to realize that continual hard work is not necessarily the answer, and it can result in drastic mental exhaustion. As if this wasn't enough, influencers like Vaynerchuk also encourage individuals in their 20s to completely leave behind any sort of leisure and relaxation. Nuh-uh. You guys need to like chill the fuck out. Really. Drink some tea, invite a friend over, have some nice conversation, listen to some good music, maybe make some art, create something, like, be leisurely as fuck. It's really important. Surely, since Vaynerchuk spent his 20s grinding, he now has time to relax in his mid-40s and read Bertrand Russell's short essay in praise of idleness. Russell argues that leisure is essential to civilization. I like this. Not only does he claim that leisure is a necessity, but he also elaborates on the production upsurge that can be achieved through a reduced workforce. According to the British philosopher, if half of the population is overworking themselves, then the others are most likely unemployed. That's a great point. Melissa, you want to have a chill out tea and art night? Well, hey, come to our stream on Tuesday nights. That's what we do. That's what we do on Tuesday night. But you should have, especially once you get to your new place and then the pandemic, is gone. Definitely should be having some chill out art and tea night. That's good, Jim. So Jim says that he makes sure that people on his team maintain work-life balance. It's really important. However, is that what you're saying, woe on? I'm going to repeat that because that's important. According to the British philosopher, if half the population is overworking themselves, then the others are most likely unemployed. And we wonder why, we have this disparity in employment and in wealth. However, if everybody contributes a normal work time to their community, the quality of everyone's lifestyle will improve and people can enjoy time to be civilized. That's it, because we don't have time. That's the reason why we're not being civilized with one another, is because we don't have the fucking time to do it. It's like either we're working too hard, so we don't have the time, or like we feel inferior because we aren't able to work hard. Because we're unemployed, right? That's the other sentence they had. So that's why we don't have time to be civilized. Huh, Bitcoin? You want to come stare at me from another angle? You can't see how much he's turning his head. He's like, huh? The truth is, the workaholic grinding lifestyle is not designed for everyone. Leaving a stable job and a university education behind is a risk not many can and should take. Nothing against risks, but because they can be great at certain points in life, but the glorification of it can lead to irreversible damages. The entrepreneurial leaving university lifestyle isn't a universally good choice that anyone with motivation can follow through with. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard. It's not easy being an entrepreneur. Studies have shown that a university education is valuable, and the value of a degree is annually growing. Ultimately, life shouldn't be defined by a masochistic obsession with remittently wanting to push yourself forward. So don't let these wannabe economists define your worth by your work hours. Give yourself frequent breaks. Gift yourself when you need to, and don't spend your 20s locked up in your room. Well, at least after COVID is over, enjoying trips, sneakers, and fun events as much as you can, and don't get intimidated by hustle porn's senseless mantra. Following your passion doesn't mean sacrificing everything for it. Be leisurely as fuck. On Bitcoin? I like that. Like, he's the king of leisure. He's the CFO of a major international corporation, and like all he does is nap all day. It's fun. It is fun. What do you guys think of that? Bitcoin's got opinions. He does delegate. You're right, Bitcoin, you're a delegating boy. Do you want your water now? You want to try to drink it up here? Are you going to be ready to drink it up here? You want to sit down? Here, turn around. Sit down. It was a good article, wasn't it? I liked that. I called out Gary Vaynerchuk. There's so many people. Who likes Gary Vaynerchuk? You guys like Gary V? You know, Gary V streams. He doesn't stream to Twitch, I don't believe. He streams to RPAN, though. I've seen him streaming the RPAN. Well, there he is. He's drinking water now. Good boy. Good boy. He's having his dog tea now. This? Who is that? Gary Vaynerchuk. He is like this dude that was like one of the first from back in like 2005. I forget when did he, I'll research it. Are you done now? Are you trying to say that you're done? You don't want the water here. I get it. He hates water. And you never heard of him, Jim, either? Let me check out. I want to get the dates correct, but he started something called winelibrary.com. Where he was this young guy in his 20s. So 2006 is whenever he started Wine Library. It was a website where he took his parents' wine business. They had the wine business that was already a pre-established wine distribution company doing $3 million a year. And then he grew that to a $60 million a year by 2003. What? Oh, that was in 1998. Shoppers Discount Liquors. That was, okay, I'm reading the Wikipedia now. So in 1998, he took over his parents' business. In 2006, he started Wine Library TV, and he grew the business. Okay, so I guess, okay, he built an e-commerce business called Wine Library. And then he built this TV channel where he did daily videos, kind of like streaming, kind of like what I do. But he did it to YouTube. and he would release these like, Bitcoin, what's your favorite tea? Can you tell them what's your favorite tea? Huh? What's your favorite tea? What's your favorite tea? What's your favorite tea? He doesn't like tea. Do you not have a favorite tea? You have your mushroom tea every Saturday. Well, I hope you have a good trip tomorrow. Yeah, so he did these videos and he kind of became like a sensation. Hey! Plastic Man HD. Plastic Man HD, welcome to the tea table. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. Hello, hello. So by the time I started Tila in 2012, he was already like a major YouTube creator, content. Plastic Man HD. All right, thanks. Yeah, don't go to Portugal because Plastic Man HD is gonna kill you. Yeah, so that's funny. Yeah, Gary V, that's like been one of his things is that like he like defines his success by when he has enough money to buy the New York Jets. Yeah, that's his favorite team. I don't think he's done it yet, but he still talks about it and dreams about it. But yeah, he developed this mantra of like hustle. And by the time I was 2012, he already like had kind of expanded beyond his wine library TV and was like an investor. He was like investing in companies, he was mentoring companies, and then he has this like marketing media company called Vayner Media. Yeah, well, that's probably his plan, Jim. I don't know. The only thing that you can call tea is something that comes from the Camellia sinensis plant. So I don't know. Random person, I don't know. The answer to your question. Yeah, I'm talking about Gary V, Plastic Man. I just finished reading an article where the author had a pretty strong opinion about how much of a jerk Gary V is. Because yeah, he advocates for this like pretty false kind of unhealthy culture of like endless hustle, like kind of mindless hustle, without like allowing yourself time for leisure and fun and just like relating with the world versus just constantly trying to like ship, you know, constantly trying to get the next product out and do the next thing. Yeah. He says shit. He says a lot of shit. I say a lot of shit too, you know? And so like as I was reading that article, I was thinking, well, that's cool. Like, yeah, you just got to keep it authentic. Don't try to like give this false sense or false guarantee, especially if you're trying to sell a book with it. Like, that would be so shitty if I was up here being like, live your best life. And like, I've got this book, like, live your best life. No. I might have a book to sell to you, but it's probably going to be about bacon. It's not going to be about how to live your best life. Like, I'll reserve that for the... Yes, affiliate marketing, influence marketing, that's totally it. You know, I just like, it's so funny. Like, I go to these conferences. I go to these conferences and it's like an entrepreneurship business development conference. And there's all these people like entrepreneurs, and when they stand up and introduce themselves, they're like, oh, I do affiliate marketing, I got affiliate marketing business, I got a marketing business. And it's like, you're probably involved in some kind of scam, selling a product that is probably, not adding much good to the world. Because those scams, those systems, those schemes, I shouldn't call them scams, scheme. Those schemes usually rely on 80% margins just for the marketing. 80% of the price of the product is reserved just for the marketing, just for all those layers of those entrepreneurs that are helping get the product to you, versus it being the value of the product itself. So if 80% goes to the marketers, that means 20% is reserved for the cost of the product, the shipping on the product, all the logistics or whatever else. Yeah, affiliate marketing's hard. Like, I am not against affiliate marketing if you have multiple channels going on, and you have this channel on the side that is it's legit, but it's I understand you're hustling, you're doing it, Plastic Man. I'm not judging that part of it, but it's what product are you selling, and is it really fulfilling your passions in life, the product itself? I'm not trying to diss on it. I'm sorry if it came out that way. If you do affiliate marketing, and like I said, I think affiliate marketing could be great, something like Twitch, right? Twitch is a great place that people have built followings, could share that following with products that they are passionate about, and that they could passively do affiliate marketing for. But to be actively just constantly building up an affiliate network is what value is being brought? Because at the end of the day, 80% of the value has to go towards that network versus towards the product itself. I think that's my main beef with it. But you're doing what you're doing, right? And this was something that I was talking earlier in the stream that, you want more water? Sometimes you have to make compromises on your values to work, and yeah, we can discuss it sometimes, Plastic Man. Anytime you want. Hey, we're Instagram friends now. Did you see that? I followed you on Instagram, so you can message me anytime. I am your friend, man. I'm here for you. Joao, right? Joao, you're a good guy. I want to help you feel like you're on your best path. I'd like to help you with that. Your traffic is posted on content? Cool. Now, the content are you making? Is it content that you're passionate about? And hey, what's up? Pivot. Right. And that's the Ross when they're trying to move the couch. Pivot. Hey, you want water? No? You want to go down? You want to go down? Okay. Be honest, please. Joao. Be honest. I hope you're satisfied. I said all the words you wanted. Passion versus money, right? So this is the big one, right? And I don't think that we should exclusively try to have both of them. Sometimes we need to compromise, especially when you're younger. The time to be making those compromises is when you're younger, because then you can build the skills, you can build the emotional intelligence or whatever else is necessary for you to become a badass later on in life, where you never have to compromise on shit. You know? That's the goal, right? Not compromising on shit does not mean that you just have to be the asshole that always says no. Not compromising on shit means that you've like put yourself on a path where your passion and money can, and let's not use the word money here, just passion in lifestyle, passion and livelihood, sustenance. You can have both. But it takes work and patience and like, and sometimes when you're younger, you've got to like just fucking suck it up and do it, you know? Why don't we do affiliate marketing for like farmers and makers? Oh, Joao, I got my techno back on for you. I want to see that. Send me some content, some farm-related content. I'd love to check it out. Maybe we could collaborate. Maybe we can find a way to work together. You were asking for the motivation about to have both, like the passion and the money. It's hard, you know, and sometimes as long as you're mindfully compromising, enthusiastically consenting to that compromise, like knowing your boundaries and setting those boundaries proactively and in real time as you're going through life, you can find yourself on that path towards having both passion and money. You can do it. I know you can. Oh, there's people doing it for virus vaccines? Who's paying for that? Is that like part of their vaccine budgets? They have like budgets for that? Who's paying for that? I like to know. Hey Reddit, thanks for all the follows, guys. Oh, Brendan, thanks for the order. If I would have known, I heard that buzz. How has COVID impacted things for better or worse on my end? Well, I'm a glass half full type of gal, so things are going great. They're so good. You know, like there's struggles, right? Like most of the bulk of distribution in the tea is to restaurants, right? That's where a lot of COVID. Who's paying for that? Who's paying for the COVID, man? Let me know. I want to know who's paying for the COVID. Yeah, man, my business fucking dropped in the beginning. But I kept my head high and I started streaming, I started learning new things and networking and meeting new people, and then we got this guy here, Plastic Man HD, helping out. Things are going good. Things are going in. Thank you. I don't know anything about spearmint tea. I'm just a tea expert. The tea game. What's the tea game? What's the tea game, man? We started to develop a tea game, like a card game, kind of like, I would say it's most similar to like Settlers of Catan, I think. Where you're like a tea maker. You're a tea farmer, and like you draw cards, and it gives you different items or tasks or rewards or benefits. But yeah, the gameplay was already all established, but the artwork, and we had developed some of the artwork, but not all of it, unfortunately, so the game never finished. But yeah, we were making a tea game. Wow. Joao, you been hanging out with the Tea Master, Michael Ortiz? You been hanging out on his stream? With the Korean song, don't even start. Yeah, how, Joao. I'm sorry, I don't, at least I remembered it, come on. The other day I was streaming, and my friend Nick, okay. Is that what you mean, watch the YouTube video? I was like wondering, what YouTube video? I thought you were gonna try to tell me to play a Korean song or something. All teas are great for a pre-workout. Matcha especially. Matcha is like really high in caffeine and L-theanine. It'll help you like focus and relax during your workout. Wow. Okay.
Right as though nobody's watching.
We are looking at how to pronounce this classic Brazilian Portuguese name. We're going to be looking at how to pronounce more interesting and related names as well, so make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for more learning. How is it said? In Brazil, it is said as João. João. Pretty straightforward once you know João. In English, it is usually pronounced as João. João.
That's what I said.
Part in Brazilian Portuguese, João. João. And now you know. Did you get this? Was this any helpful? Let me know in the comments and below.
Was it helpful? Joao? The Tea Master does stream on Twitch. Good night, Jonelle. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Have a good rest and enjoy your weekend. The Tea Master does stream on Twitch, and he streams under, I'll put the Michael the JoJo. I'm gonna look at a different YouTube video. I wasn't satisfied with the YouTube video. Let's see, this looks like a comical video. Let's could be funny.
Could I get a Joao? Joao? A Chihuahua?
Chihuahua?
And I don't know, João?
Say that again.
João.
Joao. Joao.
João.
Joao.
One more time.
João.
Joao. 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 Joao.
I knew you could do it.
Have you seen that video before, Joe? That's funny. It's a funny video. It's much better when you Joao! 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 Sorry, we're having fun. Oh, we're having fun here. No reason not to have fun. It's a Friday night. What's the funny thing? It's a lot of pressure speaking another language. I never thought that I could learn another language. Like when I was like in my early 20s. I don't like this. Oh, I like this one. Oh, this is a cool song. I gotta write it down. It's called Cooking the Books. Cooking the Books. João. 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 João's, what was the other word? Bacalhau? João's bacalhau. That was Mike's name for you. Yeah. João bacalhau. João bacalhau. Oh, you got some recipes? That's funny. Yeah, the song is titled Cooking the Books. Bitcoin, you want to cook the books? Oh, Melissa, thank you for the tea order. Oh, much love to you. Books. You guys putting me work. I gotta pack some tea. Yeah, I saw it. Thanks, Melissa. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bitcoin's even dancing. Yes, that's the point. Yeah, Melissa, we could all be drinking tea together. Eric actually, I think Eric went to bed already, but he was here early and he was drinking the same tea as me. It was a lot of fun. If I need tea in Lisbon, like you want to give me tea when I come to Lisbon? Is this before or after you're gonna kill me? I didn't like that. You were like, come to Portugal, I'll kill you. We gotta fix your hair, Bitcoin. Your hair's gotta be perfect. You gotta be perfect, little handsome butt. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Perfect for everybody. My tea is your tea, and your tea is my tea. Oh, water? Nope. I know, it's satisfying. It is so satisfying. So, you guys, the next time I stream, if you catch me, I am going... Yeah, it's nice and it's not too aggressive. You know, a lot of Sojourner's music can be like really kind of heavy techno. But I like these tracks that are like kind of bouncy and movie, but then at the same time, are low key, you know? So that was Cooking the Books. Do you know me? I don't know you. I'm sorry. You're Drow, but I don't know you. I don't know you. Yeah, I'm collecting all the songs that I like. So far, I like the tracks Juniper, Alien Ecstasy, Citradelic, Baloachi, Winter Free, Young Dingus, and Cooking the Books. And I'm making a set of videos, and these will be the tracks behind it. So yeah, next time I stream, I'm going to be doing IRL in real life. I'm going to be doing a tour of the street food scene of New York City. I'm going to be in New York City on Monday, so I am going to do that. We'll see where that takes me, but yeah, I just figure I'm going to walk around the city and I'm going to check out all the street food. Because that's like, you know, on Mondays I do the Dignified Hospitality series, and see, you see like this music, it's a little hard. This is like not something... Yeah, so on Mondays I talk about Dignified Hospitality, and street food tends to be... Yeah, getting ready for the sailboat, exactly. Yeah. I'm just like preparing. So you're going to be seeing me do a lot more IRL streams as I prepare for my travels, which I booked a ticket. I am going to be in India next month. And so even when I start with that trip, I'm flying to India. I won't be on the boat just yet, but when I start that trip, I'm going to start the IRL streams. So I want to start getting my practice in. I'm going to start from my boat, or not my boat, my phone. I'm going to start from my phone, and then by the time I get to India, I believe I will have the proper, you know, tools together, so I'm not using my phone. I don't know. I look forward to learning that. Like, that's going to be a whole other skill set than the studio that I've built. I obviously can't take all this shit around with me. It's too much. But could you imagine traveling around with, like, a whole, like, studio set for filming as you're just, like, walking around, meeting people? Yeah, it will be exciting. So I'm going to practice on Monday. I don't know what time it'll be. Like, usually I stream 2 Pacific on Mondays, but I have a feeling it might be earlier than that, right? Because I'll be 3 hours ahead. But when I stream, I stream. I'm sure you'll get the notification. And yeah, I'll just be going from my phone, practicing, you know, what the flow is like to stream while walking around. Yeah, because by the time I get to India, I want to be like, we're going here, we're going there, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. It'll be fun. You guys can come along. It'll be really fun. It'll be really, really fun. When I have the same plan in Portugal, I'll let you know. Can I come stream with you if I come to Portugal? Why would I crush it? Is that because you're going to be killing me? That'll be good content. It'll be good content. Drinking all the beers. What kind of food? Are we talking pork? Because if we're talking pork, I'm in. Even if I have to be killed. When it comes to pork, Bitcoin and I are super down. We're gonna have some bacalao. No clue. Alright, well, I'll just go with the flow. Best tea for relaxation and stress management. All of them. The best is a lifestyle. So like a daily practice of it is best. So whatever tea is one that like you really enjoy drinking, you enjoy brewing it, you have fun. It's like it's something that you can imagine yourself doing every day, which for most tea lovers that have acquired this lifestyle, this daily lifestyle around tea, most of them are drinking all the types of tea, like the big diversity of tea, not just one. There's not one that's best for it. Because all tea contains the L-theanine and the caffeine, which puts you into that meditative state. Who's gonna hire you? The bacalao shop? Because you got all the recipes? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, you didn't say anything, okay? Okay. 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 Oh. You hear that? Yeah, like, I don't know where you live, Snoo songs, but I would recommend for you to try to find like a local tea shop where you can like go and taste the teas. A lot of tea shops will let you sample them ahead of time. My recommendation is that you do try to find like pure, clean, good quality teas versus like teas that are like blended or flavored. Look at him. Is he annoyed? Like, if he's so annoyed, what's he doing right next to me? What's he doing right next to me if he's so annoyed? Oh, what a cutie. Yeah, Bitcoin wants to know more about your recipes. Recipes. Maybe he's just tired. He's like, I want to go home and watch a movie and just pass out. Oh, I don't want to do that. Can we do that? The recipe, something with bacalao, onions, oh, thank you. We like you too. Bitcoin? Do we like them? We like them too. We like all you guys. We like all you guys. I can't what? I can't make your bacalao? That's right. I don't have the recipe. I'll have to go look. You know what? I put it in my Discord. I can go with my Discord and I can find it. I really can. But yeah, it's like the fish and then you like boil it. That's all I remember. What? No. I don't know. I don't know. What? I don't know. Mint tea, I've actually heard that the United States produces the highest quality mint in the world. So I'm not really familiar. I don't work with mint. But if you're looking for mint, I'd recommend looking for a company in like the Pacific Northwest, because that's where a lot of the mint is being grown. And look for a company that is either the farm, a lot of farms. That's funny. A lot of farms will sell their products directly to the consumer. They'll have like an e-commerce website. So yeah, just look one up. I don't have one to recommend to you. Maybe there's one in your local community and that would be the best one to look for. Try it out. I'm sure you can find something. I'm sure. I know about tea. Green tea, black tea, oolong tea, white tea, pu'er tea, and yellow tea. All the other things actually aren't tea. Anything that's like infused in hot water is really just an herbal tisane. All right, Jen, go get that beauty res. We love you. Bitcoin, hey, your friend's going away. Say goodbye. Who's that? Who's that? Say goodbye. Who's that? Oh, he says goodnight. Yeah, Bitcoin, he reads the chat too. He knows what's going on. He's a smart pup. He knows what's going on. This is Bitcoin, by the way. He is upset that you're leaving, but until next time, he says. Until next time. Good night, Jim. What are we talking about, Mike? Yeah, man, I talked to Mike the other day. He came to our Tea Talks on Thursday, and actually he was streaming. It was pretty cool. Both of us were streaming to Twitch while we met in the virtual tea house. Multi layers of multiverse. Yeah, last week's guy. That's Mike. Michael the JoJo. Yeah, he's my good bud. He's like, oh, man, he's fam. He's fam for sure. Why are your friends jerk? Hey, Yuck My Yum, I remember you. We talked before. I'm sorry that they're like that. Have you tried to make them a matcha latte? I'm sure they would like it. I'm sure they would like it if you made one for them, and then maybe that would change their opinion. They'd be like, oh, now we understand why you're making it all the time, because it's so delicious. Oh, Bitcoin, you trying to show off your butt? Oh, he's stretching. He's stretching, showing off for you guys. Yeah, Mike is a good guy. He's a really good guy. He's in Miami. If you have the privilege to go to Miami, he's got a tea shop there called JoJo Tea. He does tastings by appointment. Pretty great. He's got like a pretty like chill kind of romantic vibe going on in his tea room. That's funny. Yeah, see, you're making new friends right here, Yuck My Yum. Zoot here wants to be your friend. They'll take all your matcha lattes. Well, I don't know. Keep your mind open, Christoza. I recommend that you keep your mind open because maybe what you've been exposed to in the past is not either, it's not quality, or maybe it's culinary matcha, which is highly like bitter and astringent. So maybe that's the reason why. But like, I know when I have matcha, I thoroughly enjoy it. Really good quality ceremonial grade matcha. JoJo tea. Oh yeah, I didn't like matcha until I started buying Primo Money stuff. Yeah, so that's it. You Yuck My Yum, you like really took it to that level. Go check out this website and search matcha when you get there. We have different grades, so we do have like a more affordable grade. It's still palatable on its own, but like if you're looking to like really understand like matcha and try, quality stuff, I'd recommend looking into the ceremonial grade. Oh, your wife does it? That's good. Well, then you can go to this website, and next time you gotta gift something, and then you come to our Twitch channel, and we have a lot of fun here. We got Joao over here making trouble from all the way from Lisbon. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, Bitcoin's out. Bitcoin's out and about at the tea table. Jesse, you probably think it's so wrong that the Bitcoin's up here, but it's good. He likes being up here. He gets to hang out with all you guys. He gets to have treats with you guys. Yeah, Plastic Man, that's why you should start a tea company in Lisbon and sell tea there, because there are a lot of people that are looking for good quality matcha and tea. I actually have a friend in business. Yeah, Doggo does get a pass. Good. I like that, Jesse. Good. Yeah, my husband says a ceremonial grade matcha is almost as good as Stash apple caramel with 5 sugars. Yeah, there was somebody here on Reddit that was giving out a whole bunch of business name ideas that you could take. So one of them would be Tia in Hell. That seems like a good name for you, Plastic Man. That seems like good branding that you could build a lot of great content and community around. Tia in hell. Crazy. It's weird how, like, random generator, you know, on this playlist, it just keeps playing. Even though I, like, randomly go to a different one, then it just starts playing all the same songs again. How many dogs do you have, Jesse? And what kind of dogs do you have? I've just got the one. He's enough for me. I don't know if he could handle living with another dog. Like, my parents have a dog that's like, she is a like a Shiba Inu Chihuahua mix. So they kind of look similar, but very different, and very different personalities. And then she's like 7 years younger than him. So sometimes she has to come stay at the house when my parents are traveling. He doesn't like it. He's not a fan. Huh? You want to see Kelly? You want Kelly to come over? You used to have 7. Wow, that is a lot of dogs. But 5, I guess that's more manageable. That's still a lot of dogs. Oh, this is a little too industrial for me. Tia in hell. You'll share one? Good. Yeah, I've got a client that's living in Australia currently. Her name is Mafelda. And she's working on returning to Portugal so that she can you know, continue. Well, she's got a tea business in Australia, but she wants to build her tea house in Porto. That's where she is, and or she's from. She wants to grow tea as well. You know, there's actually a tea garden in Portugal, a very famous tea garden in Portugal. And yeah, Bitcoin knew that. Bitcoin just wanted to confirm with all you guys that he knew that. He knows everything about tea. We have 2 bulldogs, 2 yolks, and 1 beagle. Cute. And they're all buds. They're all best friends. That's great. Yeah, I think I'm done with this team. You want to see something cool? All the tea I've had over the past week. Some get along and some don't. I guess that happens. It's kind of a bummer when you're all sharing a house together, you know? You'd hope everybody get along. This is all the tea leaf from the past week. All the colors. The The smells are all pretty good too. You know, tea, when it starts composting, it tends to smell like tropical fruit. It's a really sweet, nice smell to it. So I don't do it now, but when I was collecting compost at my place, I would separate the tea from the rest of the compost because it would make this like really special, really special like tropical fruit aroma and taste, and it works really well in the garden. The plants are always really happy with it. What do you want to hear? What you want to hear? Loose leaf tea is better. No doubt about it. It was really great. We were in the virtual tea house yesterday and some random person found their way in. Yeah, come on, you know I can't play that. I can't play a licensed song. I can, yes. Technically, I could play it. I could play anything I wanted. I could, like, stream a movie right now, and it'd probably be fine, but, you know, you get penalized. You get striked, your videos get taken down, you know, they mute your videos, and then it's just not right, you know? Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't, yeah, he says no. Yeah, the rules on Twitch. I can't play it. You like that song though? After I finish the stream, that'll be the first song I put on my SoundCloud playlist. And I'll listen to it. Bitcoin is looking forward to it. Bitcoin is very excited about it. Thank you. Yeah, he's totally ready for some watch a movie and pass out, huh? You ready for that? Oh, you're so cute. Ridiculously cute. Yeah, you should play it. You should play it, and then you should sing it at the top of your lungs while you're watching this stream. I think that's a great idea. I think you'll have a lot of fun doing that. And then you can let us know in chat how it's going. We'd love to hear it. Like, I don't think that, like, you'll, like, very well be able to, like, sing the song in chat. But, yeah, just play it over there, sing it out, and then, like, afterwards, let us know how you feel. We'll live vicariously through you. Jesse. Jesse, I don't know if I've seen you around here before. You've been here first, or is this your first time here? And if it is your first time here, welcome to the tea table. My name is Elise, and this is Bitcoin, and we stream from the tea room in Las Vegas, Nevada. Fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. I like to play techno, I like to play all types of music, and we talk about all types of things, but we are always drinking tea, and you're welcome to bring all your tea questions. Bring your positive ideas and your positive inspiration, because that's what it's all about here at the tea table. Is it positive? Are you talking about something positive? Your link is not going to go through, Plastic Man. Try to whisper it to me right now. I'll look at it if you whisper it to me. And I don't know if we're on a trust level yet. I don't know if we're there just yet. He's tired. His sleepy eyes. I don't get it though, because he just slept all day. That's all he did all day long was sleep. And now he's still tired. Look at that. Tired. Ah, you came for, was that on Thursday? And you came? Did you come into the Topia tea house? Did you come into the tea house? And you met us? Give him some tea, that's funny. Yeah, he needs a little pick-me-up. Well, I'll tell you what his pick-me-up is. One of these. Oh, you were in chat. Yeah, that's where your name looked familiar. You came on this past Thursday. Yeah, we meet on Thursdays in the virtual tea house, in the Topia tea house. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate that. Yeah, on Friday nights, I stream about, you know, how we can help get ourselves onto the path towards the best life. Whatever that means. You know, I'm not trying to advocate for one thing or another, other than to, you know, find your authenticity and live it with love and pride and respect and civility. Civility. Yeah, thanks, Jesse. I just looked you up. You do some gaming. That's cool. I'll follow you. I don't do a lot of gaming, but I'll come hang out with you. Okay, I see. Oh, Plastic Man, I'm so sorry. I was not ignoring you. Let me check out these. Of course it plays, yo, but there's a license to it.
We don't go on dates.
Yeah, there's license to it. I can't be playing this. Even if they're sampling, even if they're just sampling someone else's song, you cannot play it. I'm a little red today, huh? We had a very sunny day here in Las Vegas, and I spent a good 2 hours of my day in the sun getting it. It was good. It was good. Bitcoin too. He loves sunbathing. That's his favorite thing to do in the mornings. He loves to like sit out. Yeah, I don't want to get a strike for it, you know? Yeah, it's like, even in SoundCloud, it's really hard because, you know, SoundCloud gives you the ability to, like, exclusively play the license-free music. But then it fucking, like, the DJs or the producers that post stuff to SoundCloud without license to it are, like, sampling licensed music. This is a big thing in especially hip hop. The sampling of other songs, you know, there's always been this argument, like, is it ethical or not? Like, they're not, are they giving license to the original artists? You know, if we're here on Twitch, we can't even play a background song. I was talking with somebody about an idea that I have, like a passion that I have for... Can you lay down? Lay down. Just stay down. Stay down, boy. Down. Down. Good boy. Thank you. Good boy. I was talking about an idea I had about how the music industry could better support artists. And, you know, now that we have this... Sit down. We have this trend for the NFTs where artists can, like, mint their own intellectual property to a blockchain and have it trade with accountability and traceability there. There could be a way that, like, when music is published, that the artists could, as they share that music and that music starts to get sampled in different places, or it's, like, played on a stream somewhere, that, like, there is some accountability and, like, kind of, like, royalty, like, micro royalty that makes its way back to the artist every time. You know, I get it. Like, if I was a musician and I was publishing lots of really great music and people were just, like, using it without, like, asking or caring about asking me, I would be a little upset. But at the same time, if you're a musician, you can't expect every streamer and every, like, YouTube creator or anybody who's creating content. Here you go. You can't expect all of them to be able to pay a proper licensing fee. Like, if you're making a movie and you want to play a certain song in the movie, like, you can get licensed to it. Like, that's been around forever, but those licenses cost a lot of money. We cannot, like, as a streamer, if you're doing like a 3 or 4 hour stream every time, you can't afford to be paying license for all of the music that you make. But then at the same time, like, we really do need to support the artists. And, you know, like, you got, like, the streaming services, and they advocate and try to say, yeah, you know, this is getting back to the artists. But, like, Spotify and all these places, even, like, TikTok. So TikTok is a place where a lot of music is being used in content. Yeah, they can't pay a lot, but they should be able to pay something for it. And you know what I mean? Like, not thousands of dollars, but they could pay, I don't know, maybe 50 cents a song or something like that. Not even that much. Good night, Melissa. Sleep tight. Love you so much, Melissa. Thank you again for that order, and I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Oh, Bitcoin's playful now. He's over there playing with his toy. I'm just gonna drink some water. Hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate. No, but it's true, Jesse. Like, streamers and YouTubers can't afford to pay the full licensing fee, but how to make it, right? So, like, you got, like, TikTok. TikTok is a place where creators are directly getting access to music through the app, you know, in the content making functions of the app. And the app is supposedly paying the artist back every time that song gets played on their platform. Like, there is supposed to be some accountability of getting that value back to the artist. But I can't imagine it being much. And the creators don't pay to use that music. TikTok is paying. Yeah, I don't know, but I see, you know, it's necessary for the tech world and for, like, the music distribution business to really figure this out. Not just music, but art as well. This is a fun song. Yeah, it's Bitcoin. That's Bitcoin playing. Free apps make money off of the advertising. Twitch as well. You know, I'm sure that's a big revenue stream for Twitch. Go get your toy. I'll show Reddit you playing. Maybe they'll want to see you playing. Where's your baby? Go get your baby. I'll go get it, baby. It kind of looks like him, huh? See you later, Joao. Yeah, it's all ads, you know, and data, too. Like, they're also selling data. There's money to be made in collecting and selling data. Hey, Bitcoin, come over here. Come here. Come here. Come say goodbye to Reddit. Reddit's about to go. Come here. Come here. Come here. Goodbye, Reddit. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We love you. We love you. This thank you. Thank you, Balboa. I love you too. I feel like it's that time. Bitcoin is all riled up. He's ready to go home. I feel like it's that time. Bitcoin, yeah, he'll like run around a couple of laps and then, yeah, especially like by the time I get home, yeah, by the time I get home and we sit down on the couch or something, he's out. He's probably gonna want to eat some food when we get home. I kind of feel like discovering a whole new channel community to hang out with. A type of tea that I'd recommend. So, you know, what I recommend to everybody is always the type of tea that is going to encourage you to make it a daily practice, like a daily lifestyle to drink that tea. Oh, there's someone making herbal. Let's go check her out. Herbal making? She's got a pretty big following. I want to see what kind of tea. It looks like she's making like herbal teas. That's awesome. We should go check her out. With our 2 viewers. Where'd everybody go? Everybody went to bed. I'm the only crazy one sitting around here. Yeah, so you like mint tea. So I'd recommend that you check out green teas and then check out like oolong teas. Oh, I see, because what a thing. No way. Sexualized. How is that? Like, you're gonna freaking have like talk about herbs and then sexualize yourself. I cannot handle it. Alright, maybe we'll go check out these yarn bending. I like this yarn bending. Let's go check them out. They look like fun. Crocheting. We'll go check out some crocheting. You're doing nothing. Yeah, let's go raid these crocheters. There's only 7 of them there. Well, now there's 9 of them there. Let's go get them over 10 and tell them it's a tea raid. Tell them that we've been drinking tea. Oh, now we only got 1. Well, let's go get them. Let's go get them with our 1. Love you guys. I'll see you on Monday from New York City. New York City. IRL.